Hello, today my plan is to show you what it looks from a student view to get an activity that you have assigned, put it into my journal so that I can add a response, complete it, and send it back to the teacher so she can approve it. So the very first thing I'm going to do is come to the light bulb where the activities are. I always instruct the students the very first thing that they should do right away is add response. Once I've done that, I can go up as a student and click on View Instructions. In the View Instructions, it says, add this as a response. Go to the top to view the instructions in case they forget. Then right here it says click on the picture with the link to watch the lesson from Professor Berger. It's kind of nice because these instructions can also be recorded and they can hear them right down here.
Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about fact families and related facts. Number one, if you haven't yet...
So you can hear me and I read this whole thing and the children can listen to that as many times as they'd like. So the second instruction was to go ahead and click on the picture of Professor Berger. And that brings me to Professor Berger teaching this lesson in Go Math. So the children are able to watch this with all the bells and whistles. Once they're finished, they click out. It brings them back to Seesaw. Now I go ahead and have them close the directions, and these are a part of their activity pages. Now there's a couple of different places where I can choose to teach. Today I'm choosing to teach right from one of the pages. So if the children click on this, they will hear my voice.
So today, boys and girls, we are going to be talking about fact families. And so I'm going to
I'm going to click ahead a little bit. And you can go ahead and see how I have filled in things right on here
subtract 6
so that they can see me
is
teaching.
The same as 4, and you guessed it, 10, because we always want to start with that largest number. Oops. Subtract 4.
So if I was a child and if I have watched this little video of me teaching, then what I would do, because the instructions, and I can go back and view those at any time, it says number 1, listen to me teaching. Number 2, try it on your own. So I'm going to go down here to page 2, and I'm going to try this on my own. Now I am able to use all of the tools as a student, just like you use to make the activity. So I can choose the grabber tool, and I can unlock it. And if it's not right on my device, they can't see it well, they can resize it if they need to. I can also use my pencil tool, and I can change my color. And I can go ahead and I can use my pencil tool. Lots of children like to do this, but an equal number of children love to do this with the text box feature. And so they can go ahead and they could do it in the same exact way like this. And they could go ahead and put those there like that instead of writing them with a pencil. I'll show you in a minute why this is kind of a cool feature to do it this way. But either way will work, of course. And they have the same capabilities, like they can take this and they can change the font, can change the styling, however they want to do it. Now what they can do, kind of a neat feature, is they could take this microphone, just like I had before, and if I'm on my grabber tool part, I can go ahead and I can grab these and I can talk about them as I'm doing it. So I could say, I'm going to start with the 8 and put it here, and then I'm going to add 2 more and right here, and that would give me the same as 10. They could then take the grabber tool back. They could move this down, move this down. They could show how they can talk about it as a turnaround fact. It's just kind of a neat feature. Once they're finished, they pause it, and then they go up here to click that they're done with the recording. And then they go ahead and it saves it. And if they like the recording and if they're finished watching me do my lesson, then they would go ahead and press on the green check, and that would send it to me, and I would check their work and approve it. If they didn't get quite finished, if they got interrupted for some reason or had to leave to go to the grocery store or something, they could go ahead and click on the draft button and they could finish the activity later. I'm going to go ahead and check it. And now you can see it's in their journal. So it's moved into their journal from out of the activities. It's moved into their journal. It's waiting for me to approve. If they decide they wanted to add something, they can still edit it using the menu at the bottom. They can edit it, they can delete it, they can do all of those features right there. Oopsie.
So today,
and that is how you do an activity, and this is the student view.